Our friend Leaf here has a new video. Leaf is quite an awesome dude who has a very large Rocket League following and is very professional and played in tournaments, like a serious Twitch gamer, streamer, tourney player for Rocket League. Also tried to Star Citizen last year, and he's been playing Star Citizen for quite a while. And I gotta applaud somebody that is willing to take a risk and put more content than one particular type of content on their channel on YouTube, because the YouTube algorithm, what it likes to do is it likes to poop on anybody that's not niche, that focuses on the microscopicness of one thing. So for instance, the YouTube algorithm would promote me if all I talked about were water bottles, and I talked about how water bottles are made, how the cap is made, how the water gets inside, how people distribute water bottles. The second I wanted to talk about like this remote, YouTube isn't going to know what to do with me. And the algorithm then starts to poop on you because you're not just one thing anymore. So any content creator out there that decides to focus on more than one particular type of content, I applaud you. And Leaf is the type of dude that is willing to do just that, which is, you know, follow his heart, not worried about any algorithm, not worried about views.
Opening up Star Citizen can honestly be daunting sometimes. It leads me to have periods where I don't play the game for even months, knowing the amount of time it'll take me to get from one planet to the next. Remember, I needed a gun from another area, and now I'm out of fuel and gotta find a player or a spaceport to fuel at, and now it's been 2 hours. These loops can be fun once you're in the game, but starting can be a problem. Arena Commander is here to save the day. I can boot the game up now and be in a gunfight or dogfight within minutes. I'm sorry, seconds. I legitimately think this is going to increase the average daily users once it's ironed out a bit more. Let's talk the good and the bad. But first, what is this update? Now, I'm not going to be reading all the freaking patch notes. That's way too much stuff, and you won't care about all of it.
Yes,
overall, it's a massive...
Yes, we will. Leaf, I understand. I understand what you're doing. You're trying to reach a broader market. I get it. The people, but like, man, we want you to read every single word.
Refresh to the already existing game modes.
I love the background.
They've also added a ton of new maps, fixed UI, added new rotating experimental game modes to keep things fresh. For instance, right now there's Gun Rush, and later there will be modes like Tank Royale or Mirror Mode. Getting into it is fast, and you don't need to load what felt like a whole different game just to play. All the maps got lighting and optimization passes as well. So why is this good? Why am I touting this as one of the most important Star Citizen updates ever? Well, I kind of spoiled it in the intro. This is going to be massive for just getting people to even boot up the game. People who are fatigued by the long development or have tried every new in-game mission that's been added. People who just want to have a quick gunfight and don't want to play Call of Duty. I rarely practice dogfighting because, holy crap, people are good. This gives me a chance to practice in so many more environments that have no repercussions, or can even practice with friends. In fact, while writing the script, I needed to check something in game, and it's so much fun that while I was in the menu, I booted into a cheeky little gun rush match before getting back to this video. That should say everything about this refresh. I think these game modes...
By the way, Erad's saying this is like always full, always ready to go from the last time we talked, which is one of the biggest gripes I had about Star Marine. So it's nice to see that this mode's being kept full and fairly entertaining. And I also asked Erad what he thought about it, and I said, give me a 1 out of 10. And he gave me a 10, which I think is pretty high. And for Erad to like that, since FPS is his, like, you know, that's his specialty, I was shocked that he gave it a 10. What do you guys give it? I don't know, like a 10? Like, that's like crazy. If you guys are having good experiences in this mode, I'm going to download this coming up next week because I haven't been able to play yet because I've been so busy. So I'm very much looking forward to trying all the different modes out and also really like immersing myself back into it again, even with my really crappy graphics card.
Modes are crucial to keeping player count up and letting people experience good gunplay and ship combat without having any real risks like they do in the persistent universe.
Awesome.
Star Citizen gameplay is fun.
This is great.
But with how
this is exactly what we were talking about before this patch came out. We said we needed people to keep their asses in their seats and player retainment. You want to be able to give people reason to come back over and over and over again. And I think this is really important to keep people sitting down, interested, pledging. And I do think this is a step in the right direction.
It works. You rarely get to try out the best parts of the game. This can also help to slowly transfer the casual audience in the right direction. Star Citizen is a whole different kind of game, and it makes you sort of unlearn and then relearn how to approach a digital experience like this. This initial difference in the flow of the game compared to most games can manifest as frustration for new players. I know it did for me. But some people, like myself, push through that frustration early on to be able to appreciate the game. A lot don't have that patience. This can lead them to rage quitting and hitting up forums saying,
good. Those people shouldn't play the game because those people are playing Fortnite and those people like those types of game. Nothing wrong with Fortnite if that's what you like. Actually, everything wrong with Fortnite. This is coming from a BR dude. This comes from an old school PUBG dude. Okay. Apex, dig it. You know, I love them. Fast and Furious, dig it. But Fortnite never was my jam. Never. Too cartoony. I just couldn't deal with it. Couldn't deal with Fortnite's cartoonishness, you know, too much. And frankly, when people come in and they get upset about Star Citizen, it's because they're so used to that Fortnite. And I'm glad because Star Citizen should be a natural filter to filter out that. And I'm happy about that. See ya, Wooks.
Why the game sucks. While Star Citizen isn't designed for everyone, easing players into the experience certainly could help with the potential conversion of that player into a player who enjoys the persistent universe. You might start with a friend in a round or two of gun rush or squad battles to get them used to FPS and flight mechanics. Then when getting into the PU, they aren't rushing to get to their ship and missing important mechanics about the game, but instead taking their time experiencing the verse and how big it really is, knowing those dogfights or FPS battles could be happening anywhere around the solar system. Because usually when I try to train new players, they want that experience right away and they rush to their ships, and this is how it goes. After that, do not press anything yet. I'm going to tell you the controls. I'm going. We're moving. Okay. Oh, no! It's Peachy, don't do this to me. Just dude,
look up. I'm looking for my seat all the way over to them. Yo, wait, what's going on?
Of course, this only works if that Arena Commander experience is smooth and fun. So far, the UI is smooth, mostly. The gunplay and ship combat is fun. We know that. But holy smokes, does it need some cleaning up, from multiple CTDs to bugs forcing my character sideways to spawning stuck in the ground to massive amounts of desync, or your gun simply not firing unless you swap to your med pen first. This ain't the experience you want new players to have. I imagine this will all get cleaned up, but please do not try to show this to your new friends just yet. Please. They won't even make it to the PU. Granted, things have smoothed out a bit now that it's been a day, but it needs a 3.20.1 patching. That all said, it's the right direction for CIG in my opinion. I think this is just as an important step as having a proper tutorial in the game. With Star Citizen being such a unique experience, you need to still offer those traditional experiences that people are used to make them feel comfortable with a game so different like SC, rather than angry at it. If you disagree, throw a comment below. I always like to see people's opinions on everything I talk about. I'm doing weekly and sometimes even more videos on this channel. So subscribe to make sure you don't miss them. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the verse.
Awesome, Leaf. Good stuff, man. I'm gonna write that down there. He's a friend, and he stops by all the time on stream. Good job, dude. And we'll feature that on the channel, and we always help Leaf out. Let me put the link there for the live audience. Help Leaf out, tell him what's up, tell him DG360 sent you, show him some DG love. If you aren't subscribed to Leaf, go over there and subscribe to him. Awesome dude, super friendly, really good content. I love the way he puts his content together. He's got like a news format, and he also plays with his friend Leth, who's like, you know, they clown around, and it's pretty fun watching them play as well.